welcome to Vickky Loves You, cause I do. And first things first, please go follow me on social media on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. And subscribe! Like, come on. I don't know why you haven't, and you already should. Like, ASAP Rocky, like, right now. And, yes. So, today we are doing my new face routine kind of thing, where I go through my new foundation steps, and my bronzer, and blush, and highlighter. Basically, the products that I use every day. And yeah, if you want to see how I got this face look and this eyeshadow look, will be in the description box below if you haven't seen the video already. I love you guys, and continue watching like ASAP. Alright guys, so I already primed my face and moisturized my face as always with Pond's and with the Maybelline Pore Eraser by, Baby Skin, all that good stuff. So, excuse me, my bad. So my updated foundation routine, or face routine, is using actually two foundations that I see that work really well together. They kind of have the same formula, and it is my Wet n Wild Full Focus foundation in the shade Golden Beige, and then the Tarte Rainforest of Sea foundation in the shade Light Sand. So these two are not the same shade, maybe a tad darker and a tad lighter from each other, but I see that they will work really well. So what I do, I first put the Tarte one on. That is the most difficult one to put on. Tarte, and so let's just apply it. Okay, so now that I have some Tarte in it, now it's time to put some Wet n Wild in it. So I just do lines. And the great thing about this is you won't look cakey, because that was what I was scared of, but in all reality, I don't really look cakey. And so now I'm going to blend, and then I do my forehead at the end. So as right now, let's get to blending. And I see that the Real Techniques works better. I mean, a sponge or a beauty blender, whatever that you have, works better than the brush, because the brush kind of takes up the foundation. It gets stuck to the brush. So unless you buy their brush, which apparently works better, but I like to stick with my Wet n Wild because it's sturdier. So let's get to it. Okay, now that you blend the face out, now it's time to do my forehead. So let's put some drops on the forehead. Put 2 lines of Wet n Wild. And that should be enough for your forehead. And then blend that out. And voila! Now you look so flawless. And I mean, blending, you can blend for like an hour until your face looks like, but I don't got an hour, so, but it still looks good. So now I'm gonna go in with my concealer, which is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. So what I started doing with the eye part is at first start blending it out with my ring finger right under my eye, and then using the sponge. So this is what I do. Watch. And then once I got it right under my eye, and it's like right under my eye, I go in with a sponge. Once you're done blending out your concealer, you're just gonna get a wet sponge and go in with whatever setting powder that you like to use. I like to use my RCMA No Color Powder, and I live by it, and I still live by it. So So I'm going to use the tip of my sponge, get into the powder, and then go right under my eyes. Then use the black part for my other areas. So when you look like a ghost, it's time to set the rest of your face. So I'm going to use that same powder. And then get a big fluffy brush, and then I'm just pressing it in. Okay, once you're done with that, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. bronzing palette, and I'm going to use this dark shade just to contour, to scope out my beautiful cheekbones. Thank you, Mama. Once you have your cheekbones scoped out and your jawline and your forehead, it's time to go into bronze. So I'm using a contouring brush from the Real Techniques line or company, and I'm using the Butter Bronzer from Physician Formula. And so I'm just going to dab it in and then just, you know, bronze. Once you're done bronzing, it's time to make your contour sharp. I'm going to go back with that sponge and just carve out my cheekbones. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with blush. So the blush I'm going to go in with is Wild Honey from Vickky Cosmetics. And I'm using a blush brush from e.l.f. and I'm just going to pat it on my cheek. Okay, once you're done with blush, it's time to just pat everything and mix. Oi! I always drop something, and then just make sure everything is down on the skin, especially if you have piece fuzz, because I do. That can make your face look really cakey and not smooth. So you want to make sure you're doing that. And then now it's time to highlight. So the highlighter that I'm going to be using is the Oppa from Vickky Cosmetics. And this is like a pink goldy color. It's so pretty. The lighting won't let you see it, but it's gorgeous. Take my word for it. And I'm going to be using a fan brush. And I am just going to go into town. Okay, once you're done highlighting, it's time to take out this baking. So what I do is I like to rub it into the contour so it takes out any lines. I'm sorry about my dog barking because she's just annoying. And so I'm using the Mario setting spray. I don't know the last name. This boy got a weird last. Well, it's not weird. It's just something that I can't pronounce. Y'all can see it. Well, yeah, that's it. And then I'm going to just set my face. Fan it in. Then pat it in. Now, if you want to see how everything looks together, continue watching. And this eye look will definitely be in the description box below. So continue watching.